What's up, you guys? Welcome back to
What's up?
Unscripted Together. We're back. And I have to say, I love you for the setup because it's my favorite, and John for the help.
It's all right.
So they're amazing because this takes a lot of work and a lot of creativity. And they're the ones who have mastered this whole setup situation. So thank you.
We try to make it aesthetically pleasing for you and the viewers.
I hope you guys like it. If you like it, like the video. As always, please, to help us grow our channel, subscribe, and comment below anything you guys want to see. So we're gonna get started.
We got a juicy topic.
Yes.
Today.
So.
Well, tell them what the topic is.
Go ahead. You introduce it.
It's called digital boundaries in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So, like, what are those boundaries? What is okay for you to do and not to do?
Right.
Is it because it's on a phone? Makes it okay because it's not in real life?
Yeah.
Because it's not a real person in front of you?
Yeah.
Is it okay for you to flirt with people that slide into your DM? Is it okay for you to, like, follow girls that are always half naked or guys that are always half naked? Is it okay for you to, like...
Is it okay to entertain men on the women's side? If they say, hey, you look beautiful, or they just do a little fire emoji, or if they just request you, are you gonna accept all guys?
Like,
is that okay? So we're gonna talk about it.
What do you do? Do you ignore them? Do you reply?
Me personally?
No, I'm saying, like, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah,
do you ignore them? Do you reply thank you?
Right.
Do you ignore them and block them?
Right.
Do you ignore them and not block them to see what else they keep saying?
Yeah.
Like, what are your boundaries in a relationship in the digital world?
And is it different if you're married? Is it different if you are just boyfriend, girlfriend? Doesn't matter how long you've been together. So these are all the things we're going to try to cover on this topic.
Should be juicy.
Yeah. I feel like nowadays it's hard because the phone it's very useful, obviously. But I also feel like it's brought a lot of detrimental situations to relationships, to marriages, and I feel like it's unfortunate because people should have integrity even when no one is looking. I always tell our daughter this, and I tell our kids this.
Well, the biggest challenge is when your relationship isn't solid, and what you're lacking, somebody easily gives you. Meaning, like,
that's temptation,
right? Meaning, so, like, if your wife or your husband gives you no attention, and you're getting a little bit of attention online, that's where the temptation comes in. Should I entertain this? Right. Or even if there is no end goal to it, you just like the way it makes you feel. It's like what do they say? The brain releases oxytocin to where it just makes you feel good, even if you're not gonna do nothing, or even if you're not doing nothing. Essentially, you're like behind a keyboard and a phone, and people think that's okay. But you like
that's still lustful. That's still
but it makes you feel. But it makes you feel something you don't feel at home.
Right. So that's the problem. Right. So I feel like you need to create boundaries so that you don't fail at your marriage, so you don't fail at your relationship, so you don't fail the other person. Yeah. Because in that case, just end it.
So that's what we're going to talk about.
So if you're married, it's harder. But I'm saying if you are constantly needing validation from other people, that might be something you need to work on just in general. And it's not just the other person, right? Yes, it can also involve that your partner isn't giving you the attention you need, or you're seeking the love that, we always talk about love languages and things like that. Mm-hmm. So you have to know what you're asking for in a relationship. And you have to tell your partner. It shouldn't be a guessing game. Let's just be direct and straightforward. This is what I need from you. I'm not getting that, so we need to work on it. Because if you love the person, you should be able to work through it. Mm-hmm. It may not always be easy, but it's worth it in the end. If this is your person, like if you're both on the same page, you are in a relationship with someone else. You're not in a relationship by yourself. So I feel like that's important because sometimes people get caught up and they're just like, this is what I need, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then it's like, you don't even care what the other person needs. Mm-hmm. It's all about you. Yeah. That's not okay.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Okay. I thought we were already talking about it. So I wanted to give some stats. I'm like the stats girl over here. So, because I thought this was it was pretty sad. But It just puts things into perspective. Up to 30% of marriages experience some form of social media infidelity. 30 to 33% of divorce filings mention platforms like Facebook.
So when they say social media infidelity, what exactly are they like?
This includes emotional affairs, secret messaging, inappropriate online relationships. Because it's cheating.
Yeah.
You're
connecting with someone.
Exactly.
At some point you start sending each other pictures.
Exactly.
And stuff like that.
But even if there are no pictures, and even if you're not like, attempting to meet them, because a lot of people want to weave into like the like, oh, but I didn't see them, but I didn't actually meet them, but there's still, why do you need that connection with someone? It's an emotional connection that you're making with another person that's not your partner.
Mm-hmm.
What you should be seeking, that from your girlfriend, boyfriend, from your husband or wife.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like you need to seek somewhere else, then there's a problem there, and there's a problem within you, because you don't see that that's wrong, and there is something in your marriage that you're not getting, or in your relationship that you're not getting, that you're seeking somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I think that it's important for people to set themselves up to succeed and not fail. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? I think that it should be, you should have no problem with your partner having your password, or having your, like, I'll leave my phone there, like, you can go on it. Yeah. Like, nothing's locked, I mean, it's locked, but we have each other's passwords. And it's because there's no reason to hide it, and if there's something wrong, it's like the enemy will always try to figure himself into your relationships, because the goal of the enemy is to destroy marriages, to destroy relationships. So what do you think?
Especially relationships that are, on the path of God, right?
Yes.
That's because those are his main targets.
Right, because if you can destroy the marriage, you destroy their entire lives.
Right.
Why? Because you get not only the people
you break
married,
up families.
You break up a family,
yeah.
The children, the youth, the future, right, gets torn apart, because now they see what's happening. And what happens when a child sees that a relationship didn't work out? More than likely they're gonna look at relationships differently.
Right.
And they're gonna say, well, I don't want to get married because look what happened to them.
Well, I think one of the biggest problems is that people just aren't honest to themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So like if you have a problem in your relationship, it needs to get talked about. It needs to get discussed.
Right.
And a lot of people are not comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
So they dodge them, they weave them, they touch on it lightly. They don't really sit down with your feet under the table, as they say, and let's talk about it like in person.
But I think that a lot of times people do talk about it, and they talk about it forever. But they think it's the other person.
Well, then that's on them, because clearly that's not the person for you.
Right.
Because if you've had this conversation that I'm saying you should have plenty of times in different forms, pillow conversation, after intimacy, on a kitchen table, after dinner, in a car ride. If you tried every single form and way to get through to this person, and this person still keeps doing what they're doing, then it's just not the right person for you. Right. But the conversation needs to take place.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're just gonna put yourself in a position where it's just gonna end real ugly. Mm-hmm. I personally feel if someone's reaching out to you in your DMs, my personal opinion is don't even entertain it. You immediately delete it, you block it, call it a day, keep it moving like it never happened. Mm-hmm. You kill the temptation right from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. You don't entertain anything, especially for women, because a man will take a little piece of lint that you give him and run with it.
Yes.
You could put a thumbs up. You could put a thumbs down, and he'll be like, yo, she acknowledged my message.
Anything.
And then he'll try again, maybe with something else, like something funny to get you to laugh or something. And even the slightest form of entertainment can essentially lead to like a disaster.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I feel like just ignoring it is probably the best way. Mm-hmm. Another thing is I hate when I come across profiles of people that have significant others and they have no pictures of them online. So what are you showcasing? You're showcasing yourself? Are you for sale? Are you available? Yeah. Why so many pictures are you and maybe one with your man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or one with your wife, or maybe one with your family. Like, unless it's a business profile and you're a company or corporation, that's different. But your personal profile, if it's just pictures of you,
Yeah.
and you're with someone and you have a family, like, I thought that was the whole point of social media, is for you to like keep in connection and in tune with friends, family, to showcase, I guess, fun things that you do.
It's a piece of your life. So your life should be a reflection of
Right,
who you are. And who you are is your
right,
marriage. So your husband or your wife,
right,
your kids, your pets, whatever. I get if you don't post kids a lot. Like
right. Especially when they're little, yeah.
yeah,
But
I
like
don't
if they're
know.
teenagers or something, it's
Yeah,
different.
if your profile is private, that's different because now you have access. I mean, now you have control. Like you're like, only these people that I've approved
Yeah.
have access to see all the pictures of my kids and whatever.
Hmm.
But I do agree with that. I feel like I agree with when men put anything like a heart emoji. I mean, not heart emoji. Fire emoji or like a thumbs up or like something that's not like a heart or like a heart emoji. Those things. It's still not okay
And
because they're gonna. And then if you say anything, it's like it will go sideways. But why entertain it at all? Delete it.
and that's one of the things I don't like about social media, specifically Instagram, where people can follow you even if they don't know you.
Well, they have to. If your profile is
If
private,
it's private, they have to get requested.
yes.
But
If
if it's
it's
not private,
open,
if it's
right,
open,
right,
then a bunch of random dudes just like,
yeah,
like we had a conversation a while ago where you have a beauty page
yes,
where you're showing the business of microblading, lashes, makeup. Why are there dudes following you?
yeah,
Like,
yep,
unless they're gay
yeah.
and they aspire to do what you do.
Right. Unless we personally know them, but I
Right,
like
right.
like strangers, I
Right.
will
I'm
go out
not
of my
talking about friends and
yeah,
family. I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about random stranger dudes out that you don't even
Yeah.
know who they are. Like, why are they following
Yeah.
you? That's like weird.
I go out and he knows obviously we're transparent with everything. I go out of my way to make sure that I remove the follower because if it's a business page, it has to be now it's private, but because we're switching gears and we're doing something different. But when it was open to the public, I would get requests like random guys following, um and I would remove them. Nothing happened, it was fine, because I, out of respect for him, and I didn't want the weirdness of it's a beauty page. There is no reason you're not going to get anything on this page that is going to be of your interest,
Well, here's what happens too.
right? So
Right. Well, here's what
would you
happens.
follow a
No,
brow
so
page? That's so weird.
no, but now this person, you're showing up on his feed.
Right,
Now he's pressing the heart, so he likes it.
right,
Now he can go in there and comment on your thing.
right.
Now he can comment on your story and it goes to you and nobody else
Yeah.
sees that. And it's just like, why are you opening that doorway?
Right. And we both have business pages.
Because that's essentially what happens.
So yeah.
That's how it
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
oh,
then
this shorty's bad. I'm gonna start following her.
yeah.
I don't care if she's a freaking dog walker. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? But then
Right.
you post something and then it starts with the hearts.
Yes.
The hearts.
Yep.
Because on Instagram there's no thumbs.
Right.
It's
right.
all hearts.
Yeah.
Comment hearts, picture hearts, story hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, from a heart, you send a text. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the same dog.
Yes.
Oh, I was just there yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
trying to open up that path of conversation.
Yeah.
And then now there you go.
Yeah.
There's the doors open. Now you're letting people in your privacy.
Yeah. And one thing I want to mention is we've never really had a conversation where we're like, you can't do this and we can't do that and we should do
common
this.
sense,
It's kind of like a common sense thing that we just feel like we owe each other that respect because I always say this, and it's cliche, but it's the truth. I treat people the way that I want to be treated. So I offer him the respect that I want to receive. So I'm not going to accept all these men following me for followers who I don't care about that. I
Just to grow
love
your
my
number of
clients
followers,
and
yeah.
I love the people that I've worked with throughout the years. Because these women have been loyal and they're amazing, all of them, all of you. Thank you. If you're watching this. And so I don't need, why would I need men following my page?
Yeah.
It's strange. I don't care if it's one more follower or if I get to X amount. I don't care. I could have the same amount of followers. I don't, it just doesn't make any sense. And then for men, I feel like there's a lot of like the OnlyFans type of situations, right?
Yeah.
So there's a million girls that want to be famous or want to make money and they'll just start following people. I have to sneeze. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
I have really bad allergies. Okay, no, I went away. Oh, sorry. I felt it coming on. Um, and the OnlyFans girls will hit up men and just be like, "Hey, cutie. Hey,
Follow me,
sexy.
yeah.
Hey, whatever."
But
And
you got to
then,
be a total idiot
oh,
because
you'd be surprised. Well, the stats
you got to
are
be a total
there
idiot.
because men just so to your point is they men that are not getting, and I'm not saying this is okay. Please don't misinterpret what I'm about to say. It's hard, but these are the hard conversations that you have to have, right? Because if you don't have them, this is where things just end up in a mess. Where I forgot what I was saying.
If you don't have the conversations,
If you don't have the conversation,
oh, your friends are gonna roast you because every time we shoot, there's always a little piece where she forgets what she's saying.
Jess, if you're watching, that was for you. I literally forgot what I was saying. What was I saying?
You was talking about men and OnlyFans and the guy's always falling for it. Listen,
Yeah.
here's what I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, I was saying if you're not getting it in your relationship, what happens is, if you're in a marriage, speaking to the marriages
or
right now.
relationship.
I am, but
a
I'm
long
gonna
term
speak to-
relationship
I'm
because
gonna
we
s-
got friends that aren't married and they've
I
been
know.
together 10 years.
I
8
understand
years.
that, but I'm gonna say this to married couples. When you took the vows and you made the covenant with your partner, you made it to God, and you made the promise to be there for each other through everything, right? Through, it's not always going to be great. You're going to have seasons where you're off and all these things. So you always, even in the Bible, it says that you have to submit to your husband, and your husband has to treat you with all the love and respect, and you have to give each other the same things, right? So when that isn't happening, that's when things can go sideways and temptation can happen. But I think that if you keep each other accountable, and this, like we're mentioning, like just have access to everything, because there is no reason why you should be hiding anything. If you're hiding something, then that means you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. It's like you would tell a small kid this, it's not like rocket science.
Right.
But it happens all the time.
That's crazy.
So it's like, so I feel like the more steps you have to take to do something bad, the less you're apt to do it.
Do you
right?
Yeah, do you think that's something that's I guess going back to because we're in 2026 and it's just like a new generational thing, or you think it doesn't matter because guys and girls and
what are you asking?
I'm saying if that is that like a new thing, like it I guess what I'm trying to say is, you think it's people in this day and age, or is it people that are being raised through
that have temptation?
Well, that type of temptation, the digital temptation, right? Where they might not see nothing wrong with it because it's 2026 and that's like normal nowadays. Like, do you think the people that are gonna comment on this video are gonna disagree and say, I don't see nothing wrong with that? You're not touching them, you're not kissing them, you're not telling them personal information.
I feel like if someone's going to say that, it's because it hasn't happened to them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because then when you're in a relationship and someone cheats on you and you're like, oh wait, it happened through social media or whatever, then you feel it and you're like, oh, I feel like it is more likely for this generation to look at it in a different light. Yes. Because they grew up with social media.
Yeah.
So to them it's kind of like normal. Like, this is just normal. You can have guys, girls, it doesn't matter. But it does matter. Yeah. Because if it didn't matter, then you wouldn't have all these relationships falling apart because of it.
What?
I'm sorry, guys. You're just so funny. I can't.
I don't know.
This is my whole life with him. It's like dying laughing.
I'm glad.
Which is a good sign.
I'm glad
a person should always make you laugh.
I'm glad I make
love
her
you.
laugh.
I love you for always.
All right, so go on to the next topic.
All right, guys. So so you always want to, I think that how can you prevent from falling into these traps? Aside from the fact that you want to have common sense, right? If your page is private, you shouldn't be DMing other opposite sex people that you don't know. Yeah. It's always going to lead to a bad place. Because the other person isn't going to care.
What do you say to people that, I think this is what we were talking about. What do you say to people that say it's just friendly conversation? I know how to control myself. Obviously, I'm not gonna meet up with them.
It's very easy.
Obviously, I'm not gonna give them my phone number, which means shit
If
nowadays
you
because you
don't,
can call through all these apps and
right,
you can
right,
text
and you
through the
can
apps.
message. Yeah,
Yeah, you can even video chat through
I
all
hate
these.
Snapchat for that
So
reason.
you can even have FaceTime
Wait, can I
conversations.
just say this? Because now you reminded me. You know, you guys, I have a problem with, I think this is so shady that apps
Offer.
offer so Instagram can do like you can turn off what is it called? That you can turn off the disappearing messages. Why?
That's
And just like Snapchat, it just disappears after 24 hours. You can threaten someone, you can say something horrible, and then it doesn't matter if you didn't screenshot it or whatever. It didn't happen.
that's because these apps are all created
By the devil.
by the other side.
By the devil.
These apps all have second intentions.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The only one that I would say isn't that bad, but I think it is in a different way, and I can elaborate on that, is probably Facebook. And to a sense, it
I
kind
hate
of
Facebook.
well, to a sense, it kind of is. It's just different because there's been plenty of times where Facebook will randomly show stuff on my feed I've never searched just because maybe it heard through my microphone.
Yeah.
So that's creepy.
That is creepy.
Lately, once or twice, believe it or not, I've gotten like weird stuff advertising on my stories about like Viagra and stuff like that and like porn. I'm like, this is weird on a story. Like, you know how you're like flicking through your stories
Oh,
and
I've never seen that.
it's supposed to be only your friends. It's super weird. And I'm like, this is weird. Like hard blown like porn.
No
like,
way.
on a Facebook. That's
Oh my God, I never
that's
knew that.
super weird.
I clearly don't go on Facebook. I
So
hate it. But
so it's very
just
it's
like TikTok. I
so
don't like it.
so I don't know if that's something that they're just starting to like do. I don't know
But that's my thing.
I don't know if
Oh
it
my
just
God, that
I don't know if it
literally is.
listens to you having a conversation about it. Like if you happen to be talking to someone about something and it just randomly starts showing you those type of
Yeah,
things.
absolutely.
That I don't like about Facebook. You know what I mean?
They're always listening. Listen,
But-
all these things that we have, all the technology is great if you use it correctly. But I do feel like they're always listening.
But at least in Facebook, if you want to leave somebody a like, you can leave them a thumbs up. You can leave them a sad face if somebody passes away, a happy face, whatever. You have options. They don't have the disappearing messages stuff as far as I know in Messenger. You can actually sell stuff on the marketplace. So I feel like there's a little more use for it. But honestly, the whole Snapchat, Instagram, I don't really see the purpose in those things.
Yeah.
You're harding.
We have different views on it. So because you do a lot of business on Facebook, so that makes sense for you. For me, I like Instagram because for me Instagram is like first of all is where my business page is. So that's how I've gotten a lot of my clients throughout the year. So
But
that's fine.
it's just weird that you can't not you, but like people can't build that same type of business on Facebook.
No, because it's a different generation.
But it's just another platform.
But it's a
the
different
same exact
generation.
thing.
It's just it never translated for me in my business. It's never helped me ever,
It's-
ever. I've tried so many times.
It's so weird. I don't understand
And then
it.
people are like, "Oh, do TikTok," and I'm like, "I don't need one more platform. No, thank you.
But
I just can't. I've tried and it just didn't.
I
work
feel
for
like
me.
these platforms all got created with a bad intention behind it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was anything positive.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something weird and odd behind it.
Yeah.
They're always listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they force you to do certain things. Like, like I just said, like you have to heart it. You can't put anything else. You can't put a thumbs up. You can't put a thumbs down. You
Well,
can't,
I mean, I don't personally
face.
care about that. I just feel like the things that you can
I know,
do
but
to hide things is crazy.
I know, but it's a mental thing because when you heart something and
You love it.
you love it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
I never thought of it that way.
it's one thing for
Because
you.
it's only because that's the main platform I use, and that's all I use.
So
I don't use Facebook, so I didn't think of it that way.
So for people that are not strong-minded, I don't want to say weak-minded, but for people that can easily get persuaded, all they see is the heart.
I get it. Okay.
All they think
Like,
of
oh,
is
she loves it, or he loves it,
all
or
they
he
think
loves
is,
me.
all they think is love.
Yeah. Oh, you have to be like
Where-
gone into another area
Where
to think that, oh, it's a heart, so he loves me.
yeah, where you
That's
could just give
crazy.
somebody a thumbs up, be like, hey, nice job, whatever.
Yeah, it's more neutral.
It's more
I
like
get
a
it.
mental thing.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
But I think it's only people that use Facebook as much that see that difference, because I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never saw that difference. Like, I know it's available, but I don't use Facebook. So I'm just like, like, I'll be like, once in a great, when I remember it exists. People, you'll send me messages on Facebook and I don't see it for like 5 days.
And then like
I don't look
Snapchat,
at
and
it.
then Snapchat is even more shady.
Yeah,
Cause
I'm like a 5-year-old. I only use it for filters, but the fact that so many things have happened throughout our lives that we've seen where people can message you, it
I
disappears.
watch a
People
ton of
have
videos.
threatened, people have done crazy, horrible things, and it just disappears and no one knows about it.
I watch a ton of videos on YouTube of like
Yeah.
kidnappings,
Yeah.
murders.
It's so
How
dangerous.
people think that because they do stuff through Snapchat because it doesn't leave a paper trail, but the
Yeah.
police can still
Of
get
course.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it stays
They're
on a hard
stupid.
drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Once they subpoena Snapchat,
Yeah.
Snapchat has to release the records for that IP address or that phone or that account, however it works, and then everything stays on the back end.
Yeah.
Like I was watching this thing the other day on like I want to say it's Law and Order or something like that, and it was a lady that planned the murder of her husband to collect obviously the insurance payout, but also be with her
Lover.
lover. And they were doing everything through Snapchat, of course, because
Thinking that no one was
because
going
the
to see it.
disappearing messages, because they
God.
thought no one would catch
Guys,
on to it.
Listen, somebody can get, just because but the person in your house can't get it, don't get it twisted. Somebody can get a hold
they
of those
got everything.
messages. Yeah.
They got everything because then they showed it on TV. They showed the
course.
screenshots,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was everything was there at
Yeah.
the times, everything.
Yeah.
So it's just like so.
At this point, it's sent it by carrier pigeon.
and even
that you can't, because
even-
then it's your handwriting.
and even then, don't find the pigeon. But it's just
But it's so true,
the
so-
fact that they exist. It's well, I guess my point is these apps exist with negative intentions. Doesn't matter if it's Instagram
Because why
with
does it
the
need to be hidden?
hearting and
But that's the whole point of this whole conversation is, why do you need to hide it? If you need to hide it, you're doing something wrong. And if you're doing something wrong, then either A, you don't care, or B, listen, the dark, it will always come to light. Someone's going to find out, your person's going to find out, either the person you were doing something with is going to say something, their people are going to find out. It's just too messy.
I think the most important thing is not to compromise your integrity.
Right.
Because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
why it's important to build that foundation of who are you and what do you stand for, because you will have temptation everywhere, literally. A lot of people throughout my career have told me, oh, well, if you just post this as, you're a good looking person, why don't you do this and that? And I'm like, I'm never, and we were just talking about this before, I will never jeopardize my integrity for a like, for a follower, for money, no. If it's not meant for me the good way, then it's goodbye. It's not meant for me.
Yeah.
I stand by that 100%. And I wanted to talk about living out of balance and then we'll wrap this up, because I feel like people need to see the red flags. Like, how am I living out of balance? My life is so busy, and maybe the intimacy part with my partner isn't there because you're so busy, go, go, go. And we live in this age of like, everything happening super fast and always doing a million things. But being busy doesn't equate to having a fulfilling life.
Yeah.
And I feel like people get lost in that. What do you think of that?
Well, you have to, like every relationship, you have to try to figure it out. You have to try to invest in your significant other. This is where the problem, kind of like, my personal opinion, people get too comfortable. They're together 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. They don't feel like they have to do a little extra. They don't feel like they have to work towards maintaining happiness. For example, like we always say, never stop dating.
Yeah.
Just because you're married doesn't mean that you shouldn't go out on dates.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's so important, you guys.
It's super important. And
because it gets the other person to feel that they're special. They're still special after 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, whatever amount of time you've been together. Like, I still want time with just you,
Well, you have to remember how we got here. How'd you get married? You got married because you loved the company. You loved
out of
the
everyone you've ever
attention.
met. Yeah.
You've loved everything that person has ever done for you. You like everything. So like, why stop now? If you stop now, that's just gonna start fizzling out. You know what I mean? And that can happen if you allow other people to get into your circle to bring that. What is it? Oxytocin.
Oxytocin, yeah.
Oxytocin back into your life.
Yeah.
Where instead of trying to find it in someone else, just find it in your significant other. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is. People take the easy route.
Right.
They give up. They don't want to have the hard conversations.
Yeah.
They don't want to bring those topics to light when they have other people just sliding into the DMs.
Yeah.
Just making it easy.
I think that you have to be discerning. You have to have with good conscience and good faith in your heart that if someone's hitting you up of the opposite sex, ignore it, block it, delete it, whatever you need to do. Sorry, my allergies again. And as long as you're 100% forthcoming with your partner, I think that everything will fall into place. Also, seek God. If you guys are struggling so much to come together, if you've been married for a really long time after kids, it can be really hard. And I think that seeking that spiritual grounding is so important because we have witnessed how our relationship has been strengthened through God from us not being, we always believed in God, but obeying his commandments and living
And I would say
our life like Jesus would.
And I would say
but it's true. It has strengthened our union.
I would add to that, if you don't have God in your life and you're an atheist or you don't believe in God, at the very least, try to maintain your integrity, right? For yourself, for your kids, be an example, and don't feed into like all the nonsense that surrounds you. Like, be a strong-minded individual.
Yeah. You don't need validation from
You
the
don't
world.
need validation
The
from
world
anybody.
will destroy you.
Yeah.
If you seek the world, you will not end up in a good place.
And the world means apps.
Yeah.
Digital apps, social media. That's the way they get through to you.
Oh, you look great today. Oh, you look this. If compliments is what fulfills you and you're not getting that, I feel like you need to have a talk with your significant other, and then the partner has to be accepting of that information and be like, damn, like I can do better, like maybe the girl feels like, oh, like I feel like Love is Blind, like Britney, and you tell me I'm pretty, but it's more than that. And it's not that you're like a needy or whatever. It's just that your heart isn't being fulfilled. So let's look deeper into that. If you love each other, then you'll care enough to dig deeper and see what the source is.
That's the thing. People don't want to put the effort in. Yeah. That's the problem.
If you don't want to put the effort, be single. Please be single. Like, just let it go. Just, if you have a marriage, I want to say try, obviously fight for it. But if you just have a relationship where you've been together for a few years and it just keeps like, you just keep coming to a wall with each other, I think that going up your separate ways and finding yourself, not finding yourself with someone else, because then you're back in the same place. Finding yourself to see what it is that fulfills you. What are you looking for in a partner? And maybe in this season, you can't be with that person, but it doesn't mean that you're never going to be with this person. I always say that. So I think that's all you got.
Have some integrity.
I mean, I can keep talking for a long time, but
have some integrity. Don't fall for the traps. If your relationship is lacking what someone else is hinting or feeding, block it immediately. And if that lets you know, like, this is what I really want, then have that conversation. Like, don't just go after what's the easy side of it. The easy side of it is going to be what's there.
Yeah.
The hard side is going to be what you have to go talk about.
Yeah.
But think about how much easier life would be once you go have that conversation.
I want to say something to add to this.
No, you can't. You've talked a lot already. No, you talk too much. No, stop.
No,
guys, bye. No.
I wanted to add the accountability portion, because this is very important. And I feel like this is where people mess up. That if you have people in your corner that keep you accountable, worship them, love them hard, because this is really hard for the people doing it. If I see you struggling and doing the wrong thing, I know that you're not going to like what I'm going to say, but I'm going to be a good friend because I love you, because I don't want to have something horrible happen in your life where I could have been like, hey, I see this, you're doing this and that. I don't think that's the right thing, or I don't think you're going the right way. I don't think that's right.
So friends, your support system.
Friends, family, whoever it may be in your life that's keeping you accountable, that's so important. And for the person receiving the information, you have to be accepting and be like, okay, these people care for me. Maybe because sometimes people don't see it and they're like, they go on the defense, like, that's not me, I'm not doing that, what are you talking about? And it's like, okay, for 1 minute, just pause and think, because that's hard to do. It's very hard for people when you're doing something wrong and someone calls you out on it, to accept it and look to yourself and be like, damn, I am doing that. Yeah. Maybe I should shift it. It may not happen in the moment when they're telling you, but take it, sleep on it, and see, and if it resonates, that means that you have matured enough to be able to take a constructive criticism and allow people to help you. Yeah. And I feel like not a lot of people have those kind of people, because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not getting involved with that. Yeah, that's not, I'd rather just have my peace and not say anything. But if someone loves you enough to care for you and tell you, like, okay, this and this you're doing wrong and you should do, you should stop or whatever, you need to keep those people around and really, like, look within yourself to see what you're doing and why they're saying it's wrong. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. That's all I got.
That's all you got? I mean, that was a lot, actually.
But it's important. I feel like accountability is a huge portion of this.
Just don't fall into temptation. Learn how to say no. Learn how to delete. Essentially, right?
Yeah, don't remember, social media.
Have some integrity. Just because no one's looking, just because no one sees it.
Yeah, if it needs to be hidden, it's wrong.
Right.
It's gonna hurt someone. It's gonna hurt you in the long run, and
also lead by example, right? Yeah. You got kids, probably most likely. For those of you that have kids,
for the marriages that have children, I think it's so important. You are their pedestal of what is right and what is wrong. So if you're leading with all the wrong things, you can't get mad when they become teenagers and adults and start doing the wrong things and start getting into trouble and turn into the people that you never thought that they would be. We want our kids to be better than us, and I always say this, the latest generation will always have more information and do better than our parents did, not because they were bad or anything like that. It's just you only know what you know, so yep. You have more information, we have more resources, you have people that care about you. So if you guys are struggling in your relationship, whether you're married or not, reach out to couples that are doing really good, they are thriving, and reach out to your community. If you're in church, or if you go to small groups, if you have people that just are doing what you aspire to be or doing better, those are the people that you want to reach out to and lean on to, because you can't always do it by yourself.
Yep.
So
that's what it is.
All right. Thank you for stopping, guys. Stopping by.
As always, stopping by, not stopping.
As always, please like the video, subscribe, send to at least one person, comment. Please, we want to talk to you guys. We want to interact. And the algorithm will only push more people to our page if you interact with us. So as always, thank you. And we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.